Dear students, today we move on to the third part of the lesson, Mauritius, written by R.K. Lakshman. In the previous class, we saw how people from different countries came to Mauritius once upon a time and how they were living under different colonial countries like French, Dutch, and English, and how they kept the French tradition. And we saw how the people of Mauritius, how much they are cordial, how simple they are. We saw all those things in the previous class. So today we move on to paragraph number 8 from page number 24. Kindly take your textbook or the printed copy. Let us move on to the 8th paragraph. The same atmosphere of friendliness prevails even in Port Louis, the seat of government. Okay, the same atmosphere of friendliness. The people are so friendly. We saw it in the previous class. So, even in the capital city, the people are very friendly and cordial. The cabinet ministers, Port Louis is said to be the capital of Mauritius, and all the cabinet ministers, the prime minister, all those people, all the governing body, stay in Port Louis. Okay, we know in the capital city they reside. The cabinet ministers and others in high position do not act as if they were born to the grace. That means those people are very simple. They don't pretend to be somebody who has to be seen with a lot of respect and all those things. Okay, so they are simple. They are modest type of people. They are very friendly. Even the ministers. They are just like ordinary people on bumps. One bumps into in an airport lounge or in an hotel lobby. So you can see these simple people, this governing body. You can see in the hotel lobby or in the airport lounge. You can see them. You can meet them. You can talk to them. They are unassuming, accessible, communicative, and above all, go about without a protective shield of hangers on and security men to repel casual approaches. So they never move on with all these securities who tell you no, don't come near, no, who make a protective shield so that you cannot have approaches, you cannot talk to those ministers. No, there are nobody to protect you from approaching these ministers. They walk and they talk to you as normal human beings. Okay, they are talk to you as simple people. They are unassuming, accessible, and communicative. Unassuming means modest. Accessible means you can talk to them at any time. Communicative means they talk to you. Whatever is your need or whatever you talk with them, they respond in a polite manner. We move on. I am shown a modest looking flat in a busy street lined with shops and crawling traffic. So, in the passive voice, it is said. So, somebody showed me a modest looking flat, a normal flat. Okay, a modest, a simple flat in a busy street lined with shops and crawling traffic. It is the residence of the Prime Minister of Mauritius. See, they not only in their behavior they are simple, even in their house they are simple. So they don't have a big mansions like our politicians have. They live in a simple structure. Port Louis brings to my mind Joseph Conrad and Morgan. Okay, they are all English writers, famous writers. So this Port Louis brings to my mind John Conrad. He is a well-known English novelist, and Somerset Maugham is another English novelist and poet. So this little port town seems as if it were built at the suggestion of these writers. That means the entire town looks very much very poetical and it is very beautiful. Okay, so as if these writers have designed it. So that means when an artist or when a poet design a town, it will have a lot of enchanting beautiful things there, isn't it? Yeah. Suggestion of these writers to suit their novels and short stories. So, many of the short stories or novels of these writers, you see similar kind of towns. Okay. Now we see this is a port city. Definitely, if it is a port city, you will see ships and boats and all those things, isn't it? And the fishermen. No, since it is a port city, you see all these kind of things. Merchant ships, travelers, dinkies stand anchored in the harbor with the cobwebs of ropes and festoons of flags hanging from their masts. Okay, this is all a description about the ships and boats that were small boats that were anchored in the on the shore of Port Louis. Okay, grimy means dirty sailors, grimy sailors and dog hands in seamen's caps lounge on oil drums and packing cases or lean against bleak warehouse walls smoking pipes. Now, how do the sailors or the people who control these ships and who look after the port, you see these people no, they lean over on drums or on warehouse walls and they smoke pipes. So it's all about those people, those seamen. Now, sugarcane fields, you can also see the sugarcane fields over the mountains. Sugarcane fields like a carpet of green cover the island on all sides as far as the eye can see. So, just like an ocean, just like a green ocean, you see this green sugarcane fields. They just are over the mountains and on the valleys. Okay, you can see this sugarcane fields as endless. So it goes like that. Okay, I can see up to the foot of the distant blue mountains that ring the island. So this just covers the entire mountain. Okay, a volcanic happening of geological ages. So this reminds him of a volcanic happening that occurred in the geological ages. Now he tells something about the shapes of the mountains. These mountains do not have a traditional monotonous pyramidical shapes. They don't have that pyramidical shapes. You know what is pyramidical shape? The shape of a pyramid. It's not like that. Usually mountains are pyramidical shapes, but these mountains are not like that. Their outlines are Frankish. Frankish means strange and whimsical. It's a whimsical shape with unexpected sweeps and perpendicular drops and pinpointed peaks, precariously doing a balancing act with boulders as big as a skyscraper. So, it's just a description about the mountains. They are not monotonous pyramidical shapes. Their outlines are Frankish. They are strange and they are fantastic. Whimsical means fantastic, beautiful, with unexpected sweeps. Okay, they have unexpected sweeps and perpendicular. You must have learned what is perpendicular shape. They have drops and pinpointed peaks, sharp peaks. They have precariously doing a balancing act. Uh, so they are. It's all about the shapes of those mountains. Okay, they are like a skyscraper, like Burj Khalifa is a skyscraper. You know that it's like big skyscrapers, these mountains remain. It's an enchanting sight to see. So, in this paragraph, we saw how the cabinet ministers are, how they behave, and how simple they are, and how simple their mansions are, their flats are. And we also saw about the harbor where the ships and boats are anchored, and we also saw about the sailors, and also we saw the mountains, the sugarcane fields, and also the shapes of those mountains. So now we move on to the ninth paragraph. There is no railway in Mauritius. Well maintained truck and arterial roads connect various villages and towns. So in Mauritius, you don't find railway tracks, but you have well maintained roads that connect villages and towns. So, arterial roads connect various villages and towns, cutting through the ubiquitous sugarcane fields. Ubiquitous means found everywhere. Everywhere you find sugarcane fields, and these roads go through the sugarcane fields. Although the whole country is only 64 kilometers by 50 kilometers in size, that means on one side it is 64 kilometers, on the cross it is 50 kilometers. So it's a small island. Driving round the island for sightseeing makes me feel curiously that I am in a place as sprawling in India. So it just reminds him of the Indian atmosphere. It's just now traveling through these roads, just bring to his mind as if he is making a passage through Indian roads. But the excellent weather and breathtaking landscapes all round make up for many hours spent just sitting inside a car. Okay, it's a breathtaking landscape, beautiful landscape, really enchants us sitting inside a car. It is very common for people to drive up and down an average 70 kilometers to a cocktail party or dinner with friends. So it's normal, people travel from one place to the other with friends for a cocktail party, or to just entertain their friends, or to have an entertainment with the friends. So it's a beautiful place to be with friends. Okay, thus we wind up today's class. We will see the rest of the episode in the coming classes. Have a nice time. Please read the text several times. There are new words. Please find out the meaning from the dictionary or from the glossary. Okay, God bless you. Have a nice time.